Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. This is Don over Don's Tattoos Garage with a Wednesday mashup. I have a little bit of What Did You Buy Wednesday, hosted by Joe over at the Big Sky Model Workshop, and a little bit of What's Up Wednesday, with some news during the What's Up Wednesday that you're going to stay tuned in here. Also, got a tattoo story coming up. All right, guys, hang in there. We'll get to it. All right, guys and gals, let's get into this mashup, this Wednesday mashup. First of all, we'll get into the What Did You Buy Wednesday. Sorry about the light on the left, it's being cantankerous. Hosted by, What Did You Buy Wednesday is hosted by Joe up at the Big Sky Model Workshop. Brother Joe has a lot of great stuff going on. He came up with this idea for highlighting your stash ads. Doesn't have to be anything you bought today, this week, even in the last year. Who knows? You could have bought it whenever. If you haven't showcased it, get it on here. Get it on the channel. Get it on your channel. Let everybody see what you got. Give them ideas. As you can see from stuff laid out on the bench, picked up some pipettes. Again, thanks to Dave for the airbrush setup. Picked up some of these little Q-tip brushes. Those are going to come in handy. I also picked up the base and the little alligator clips for doing, let's see, what am I trying to say? Doing painting parts and drying them on them clips. And last but not least, picked up some opaque black, some of the Createx airbrush colors. Now that I got the airbrush, going to be doing some more airbrush painting, or going to be doing some airbrush painting. Haven't done any yet. That's coming up. But we're going to talk about that in the What's Up Wednesday part of this, which is up next. And that is hosted by my great friend, great model builder, Dave over at Woody Scale Model Garage. Again, Dave hooked me up with an airbrush starter kit. Got a compressor, got an airbrush in it. I'm starting to get some supplies and stuff ready so I can actually use that thing. But I'll be talking to Dave soon. The next step is going to be some quick disconnects and stuff for cleaning. Just got to pick his brain about some stuff. I've seen his videos, but, you know, still got to pick the brain. But anyway, let's get into the What's Up Wednesday, again hosted by Dave. As you can see, I've got this 40 Ford for the Mars Garage sponsored Rust Bucket group build for this year, the Battle of the Beaters. Got the paint done on it. I think I might have showed this in a short, but I got the chassis done, paint's on the body. Kind of tossing it up in the air whether to clear it, and because some of the newer patina builds I've seen out there, and I'm not talking models, I'm talking one-to-one, people are taking patinaed vehicles and spraying a nice gloss clear over it. Not sure really how I feel about that one yet. That's why I'm mulling this over while I'm going to be doing what this, biggest reason for this What's Up Wednesday is I'm going to be off the grid for a little while. No videos coming out after this one for a little bit. I'm in the process of moving, which means I'll be in the process of setting up a new hobby room area. So that's what's going on in my life. If you want to reach out to me for a shop card, please do. As of Tuesday, I will be able to start printing out these new shop cards that I've designed and have they're getting ready to go out. I've sent one or two out already. But anyway, haven't been able to print any. I'm waiting on some supplies. As soon as they get here Tuesday, I'll be able to print some more. So that's where we're at with that. Again, going to be kind of off the grid while I do a move, while I get some model hobby room area designed and put together in my new place. And we'll talk more about that after I get it started, and I'll show you progress as I go. Hopefully it won't take too long, but you never know. You know, best laid plans and all. All right, guys and gals, other than that, stay tuned. We'll definitely get a tattoo story in for you. Again, if you like what you see, thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I like reading comments and responding. And share, you know, all that good stuff. Do that. Hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. And again, going to be off the grid for a little bit, but I will be back with more building. Got to finish up this group build with Mars Garage. Got to finish up, or start and finish up, my Midwest Scale Mafia, our group build between us members of a mobster getaway car. So there will be some builds coming. Like I said, moving, resetting up a hobby area, hobby room. So it's going to be a minute. Going to be building a paint booth to put in the window up there. Other than that, that's what I got going. So stay tuned for that tattoo story and we'll get into it. All right, let's get into this tattoo story, everybody. So the last tattoo story was about a cupcake tattoo in the armpit. I also did a skull in the armpit of a guy, but we've already talked about the armpit one. So today we're going to go, let's see, I've got 3 to talk about. 2 of those are below the belt line. I'll just leave it at that. One was a guy, one was a girl. So on the guy, a real good friend of mine, actually the first person I tattooed besides myself, not this tattoo, but this was one I did for him. It read, inflate to 45 PSI. I'll let you use your imagination on that. Anyway, besides that one, lady come into my shop here in Arkansas, said, I got a really strange request. I'm like, okay. I'd heard a lot of strange requests by then, so really wasn't surprised. She wanted a old reel type push lawnmower, and if you ever pushed one of those, they're not a whole lot of fun. My grandfather thought that was character building for me when I was young. But anyway, the more real style mowers, I did one of those down there. Looked like it was clipping some hair, if you know what I mean. But anyway, those were the 2 that were below the belt. Had another one. Guy come in, he was a chef. Had a bunch of different tattoos that I had done on him over the course of the years. And come in one day, he said, hey man, I need another tattoo. I'm like, great, what do you want? He showed me a picture on his phone and I went, wait a minute. That's on the side of a 5-gallon bucket, isn't it? He said, yeah. So you know the little warning things with the red circle and the line through it? Well, this is on the side of a 5-gallon bucket. It's got a little, looks like a kid leaning over into the bucket and it's saying, no, don't let your kids play in the buckets because they can drown. Well, that's what he got on the side of his leg. But he had a zucchini on his arm, an eggplant, rope swing on his back with his daughter's handprints on his back, where she would like hold him if he was carrying her on his hip or whatever. Yeah, he had a lot of different tattoos, really cool ones, some really different ones. The warning label off the side of a 5-gallon bucket kind of was like, okay, dude. But anyway, it is what it is. He wanted it on his body because of being a chef and working in the kitchen. I guess they use 5-gallon buckets of something or other, and he's seen that a lot and thought it'd make a cool tattoo. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching. Again, thumbs up, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Anyway, as always, get some bench time in, and God bless.